All right, we're in a brand new tournament. It's Monday's practice round of the Skyline Cup in the rookie division. I have played 0 of these holes. These holes are mixed over 3 different courses, and there's only, I think, 3 of the holes that you can actually play from the rookie tees. And I didn't play, I think they were in Tour 4, and I didn't play any Tour 4 this week, so I'm coming into it absolutely cold, which in a lot of ways is how I like to come into these tournaments. I find sometimes you can over practice them, and you actually start to peak towards the middle of the week, and then it all goes downhill. So I like to come in a little bit cold, even if I don't do super good in my opening round. It's all about getting ready for that weekend round. Obviously, we want good tiebreakers, but that's how it goes. So this hole right here, and just kind of walking through these, and we'll take each hole individually. This hole right here is not a big eagle hole. This is a tough par 4. And my goal is to be hitting up in this area right here. And I'm trying to do curl to bring the ball out here in front past those trees so that I have either a minimum short iron or a maximum wedge shot to come in to try and get that eagle. I have never seen anybody be successful. It's not that you can't make it from over here, but like being successful, like trying to come out this direction. I know in my low-level account, just hitting out here to the tip, trying to give yourself the ability to curl it around those trees is a pretty decent shot. But if you've got the big enough balls to get over in this area, this is definitely the shot that we want to do. So depending on your clubs, you may have to use, I'm going to try it with a Titan. And I think even with a Titan, it's real tricky. And where it's tricky at is down here in the landing zone. So when you get down into this landing zone down here, it carries a little far. And it's very easy to end up clipping this rough. And you really need to be like right here in this corner between the sand and, there's a spot. So let's be real aware of length here. This is why it may be better for some of you to come with a power 4 ball, just because you won't have to put any overpower on it. It'll be a little bit easier to control down there in that hole. But it's been forever since I played this hole. This hole came out, it was one of the Parc de Paris holes, I believe. And I don't play these holes very often. Definitely want to bring those gloves. I'm going to set up a bag kind of for the tournament. I haven't really, since I haven't played, we definitely are going to need some big dog action on some of these holes. So I want to make sure I've got a big dog in my bag. And I've been playing really good with my Saturn. I'm going to keep this as an accurate bag and keep a backbone in there, but I really do actually just prefer to play with my Saturn. I don't think I need a Kingmaker. And we're having to take the wind out, and curl is a big deal. The more curl we can get in that hole, the better. So a Kingmaker might actually be the ball to bring. But I'm going to bring a Titan because I have a lot of them. And so while a Kingmaker may be the ball to bring, I'll probably have to stick with a Titan in this account. Just because of the ball situation. And yes, I spend some money on my accounts, but I do this Monday's a practice round. And so I've got you can see right up in that spot. So one ring is 2-1. So there's what it's getting me just with the wind. So I'm going to put all the curl on it, and I'm going to put just a little teeny bit of overpower. And I hit it great on the left, which is probably going to throw me out so far that I'll clip it on the other side. Whoa! See, that'll be a concern for us. So that, as far as trajectory goes, that wasn't the trajectory I was looking for. I was looking to be more through the middle of the shadow. And that's where that Kingmaker will definitely come in handy. I think in my other account, I'll definitely play a Kingmaker because I've got Kingmakers in that account. But in this account, I'm going to be forced to have to play with a Titan. But we want to be out in that area. Now, from there, I still have a short iron shot to the green. So that wasn't a whole lot of effort. Using that little bit of wind. Little teeny bit of overpower. And the deal is, and I'll draw that up so that we can look at it. Talking about the money thing, I spend a couple bucks, not every week, but you know, the goal is that I could spend a couple bucks a week on all my accounts. So I'm spending, you know, $4 to $6 a week. A tournament week. So about 12 bucks a month. Sometimes a little bit more, but when you think about the course of how much time we play this game, you know, is it worth putting a little bit in? Okay, I'm right at minimum club right here. I got a little bit of a headwind. That's a difficult wind for us to deal with. Okay, it's 4-4. I'm at minimum club. It's 2-2 per ring at minimum club. So I'm right at 2 rings. Oh, I hit it great to the right. That'll miss. It's a difficult hole to get that shot in, but I don't know what kind of shots you've been taking for your eagle here, but laying up out in front right there is going to give you an awesome shot. Even if you ended up dribbling into that rough right there and you've got a Nirvana, or whatever rough iron you're using, as long as it's got some ball guide so that you can see what you're doing, other than you still have to hit the ball perfect. That's the deal. It doesn't matter what club you end up shooting down there, you still have to hit it perfect. The needle's just going to be going a little bit faster if in your rough iron, but you still get a great shot. I've seen some people take their eagle shots from here, and I would rather take a rough shot from right where I was at than a lot of the shots that people are having to take, because they're having to use curl to get around the trees, and they're having to do all kinds of stuff to do it. So just a nice, easy shot laying up out there. So on the sheets, though, this is definitely a birdie hole. The mass majority of the people that play this hole are going to get a birdie. And I mean, when we talk about mass, I mean, I think if you took 100 players and you had them come out here and play this, you're probably going to get maybe 10% that'll get an eagle. And that number could be less than that. I don't think it's going to be a lot higher. Now, how many people are going to come out here and play this hole and end up getting a par? That number is going to be almost the same as how many people come here and get eagles. So that means 80 people that come to this hole are going to get birdies. So if you get a birdie here, you're just in the average. If you can increase your odds by doing that layup shot out there so that you have a minimum short iron or a maximum wedge, you're gonna increase your odds. I mean, you got a good shot of getting it at least once around. I'm not going to play any of the par 3s. I haven't played these par 3s in a long time, but I don't want to. I'm going to find a spot. All right, that was hole number 1 of the Skyline Cup tournament in Monday's qualifying round in the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.